After the battle, he became as quiet as a dolphin, just pushing his wheelchair aside and totally avoiding people. Cameron is a mechanical wizard, looking for alternatives for lost soldiers, and now Kyle is like a fish without a tail. To climb out of his emotional valley, he needs to go through a plot twist straight out of a soap opera, so let's give us some space. We want to make sure everyone is doing well. I don't need your worry, I'm fine. Since you're here, let's go through some trouble together. So, take a look around you. Do those people nearby share the same fears as you? Have you indeed heard what the old man said? Cousin finally called him back. The old man knows this cousin is just like the Winther from back then. He isolated himself, refused to talk, and showed an busy look to family. When Kyle met the old man, they chatted briefly before Kyle left dejectedly, with the old man spotting the injured in the court. He couldn't help but chat with Cameron about his wild idea, hoping to create a swimming family tale. He fussed about getting Cameron to help create a swimming tale for Winther. Cameron didn't refuse. He rushed to the hospital. Actually, making a tale isn't hard, but installing it became a big hassle because Winther's body was like a plump fish. Fixing the tail on him felt like a life or death challenge. Cameron thought any sensible person wouldn't even try. Subtitles, yet he just turned out to be the irrational person Winther swam sideways, which made his spine twist like a pretzel. Cameron looked up Winther's spine structure online and designed a simple tale, only to be immediately rejected by Winther on the day of the reveal. Winther thrashed the tail in the water, instantly smashing it to pieces like a declaration of his displeasure. He sported the broken tail as if announcing his discontent, and it was a desperate moment. Kyle was once a swimming star, but now he couldn't even step foot in the pool. Cameron understood how he felt. So, he proactively approached Kyle and kicked a soccer ball over to him, hoping that Kyle would take a kick at it to determine whether his legs or his self-respect caused him more pain. Kyle didn't reply. All he wanted was to swim, saying there were millions of options to choose from. Look, Kyle, being injured doesn't mean it's the end. Remember that. I'm injured? No way. Cameron randomly threw a cup on the ground without hesitation. Now, that's real injury. Go home, Kyle. Go back and be with your family. That night, the TV station made an urgent announcement. A tropical storm approached the Gulf of Mexico. Upon seeing the news, Clay swiftly devised an emergency plan and moved all items downstairs. Even Winther was given a new home. After everything was settled, Clay urged the old man to head home. Fortunately, Kyle listened to Cameron and finally returned to his parents' embrace. Home was truly his safe haven. After a night of wild storms, the streets were a mess, and seeing the fallen trees, Clay couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. After the rain, the cleanup crew began working, and while the old man was helping tidy up, Kyle suddenly appeared before him. The old man's best buddy finally mustered the courage to step back home. Following him, Kyle arrived at Winther's pool. He wanted to pat Winther on the head but had to drop to one knee because of his leg injury. Using only one hand for support, he finally managed to pat Winther. Winther looked at him and didn't refuse, seemingly understanding Kyle's fall and smiling back. The meeting about the seaside hospital was still ongoing. The hospital ran out of funds, and some founders decided to sell it off. These animals could go to the aquarium, but disabled Winther was unwanted by any of them. Clay harbored a sense of resentment, but felt utterly helpless at the same time. When the children got wind of this news, they were even more at a loss to comprehend their father's decision. All they truly desired was to ensure Winther's safety. Innocent kids could only run away with tears, and the old man was going home when he met a lady who crossed 800 kilometers. She just brought her daughter to see Winther, and when the little girl got out of the car, the old man was left speechless. He never expected that the little girl had lost her left foot. The girl, uninhibited, cheerily greeted the old man. The old man led the girl to the pool. Winther saw the old man's face and noticed the girl's defect, yet still gently showed off his tail. After this incident, the old man had the brilliant idea to save the hospital. He wanted to create a website for donations to save Winther, and install cameras to allow donors to watch Winther live, but Clay rejected the idea, saying while the kids' creativity was fantastic, it was just a drop in the bucket for the hospital. Wood heard the kids' idea and thought they deserved a chance, just like he told Clay when he was young. No one knew the sea and sky better than him, yet now Clay is lost. His father didn't want him to give up, even not knowing the outcome, just like he didn't want to give up on his old wife. After hearing his father's advice, Clay decided to personally talk to the old man about fundraising. Subtitles: simple ideas require refinement, and all therapists are putting in full effort to organize this fundraiser. Carl didn't sit idly for his beloved brother. He reached out to an ex-girlfriend he hadn't seen in years. She hoped everyone could lend their voices for Winther through the show and join the fundraising effort. Carl's support gained applause in the Veterans Hospital, and the show even displayed the website address below. This allowed the public to keep tabs on Winther. Carl also reached out to old friends to organize a swimming competition.